Hello, it's Coach Jess. Welcome back to Modern with me, Coach Jess. And we're gonna keep the ball rolling from what we started last week, right? So our warm up is basically gonna be the same thing, right? We remember we started in a parallel position and we had our hands on our hips. So we did a general. We just did 2 plies. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we plied again and we rose those heels up. We lifted them up, right? Remembering engage our core. We releve, we lowered down. From here, we tendu on the right foot. We go tendu forward. We roll through that foot. We flex those toes, lower them down. Tendu, we close, and then we did a quick up, down, right before turning out into first. We did the same thing on in first position on the right. We did plie and stretch and plie and stretch. We plie, we lift those heels, we rise up and lower down. From here, we tendu on the right to the side. 1. We lower down, we lift those toes, we lower them back. Tendu, we close, up, down, up, and then we turn back to parallel. Remember, adjust your feet so that we're in that actual parallel position, right? And then we did everything on the left. So really quickly, that would look like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plie. Lift the heels, rise up, lower, down, we tendu left. We lower, lift those toes, and we lower. Tendu, and we close, low up, down, turn out, plie, and straighten, and plie, and straighten. We plie, lift those heels, rise up, lower, down, tendu left to the side. We lower, lift those toes, lower, down, tendu, and we close, and a little one, up, down. We turn back to back to a parallel position, right? So from here, we're going to chasse forward. We chasse on the right, and then we're going to chasse back where we came from on the left. We go back to the right side using the right foot, and back where we came from to the back, right? From here, we stepped forward and we brought our foot back into a grounded parallel position, right? And our arms scooped open over our heads. Now, I'm gonna add on a little something, right? A little something because I wanna make this just a tad bit harder for you, right? So when we step in, this time, we're gonna do our drop swing still, but we're gonna add a jump at the bottom. So what that looks like is, after we come back, we go, we do our little chasse to the back. We come back to where we came from. We plant that right foot. Our arms come up and over the head, and we jump here, right? Let's do that one more time. So from the back, we go back, and we come back where we came from, right? Placing that right foot back in parallel. Our arms up and over the head. We jump. And then we prep to start everything on the left side. So on the left side, that would be we chasse forward on the left and back. And then we go to the left, starting with the left foot. We go to the left, back where we came from. To the back where we came from. Plant that left foot, arms up and over, and drop swing with a jump, right? So from here, we took a little pause to set up, right? Nope. We did some tendus. We stayed in parallel and we did some tendus en croix, right? Remembering that's on the cross or all 4 sides. So front, side, back, side. We did 4 tendus going to the front, 4 to the side, and 4 to the back, and then 4 more to the side, right? Starting with the right foot. And then we did the same thing on the left side. Now remember, last week I had us putting our hands on our hips, right? Well, this week I'm gonna add on some arms for us. So the arms that I want us to use are when we're going to the front, right? And it's really important that we remember to hold and engage our abdominals, right? So that we're feeling nice and strong. So we're gonna have our hands, our arms, when we go to the front, our arms are gonna be straight up above us, right? Remembering that while we wanna be sending our energy up through our fingertips, we want to make sure that our shoulders are nice and down, right? So when we go to the front, there's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the side, our arms are literally just going to be on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. To the back, they're going to go in front of us, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then back to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we're going to repeat all of that on the left side. Same arms, right? So when we're going in front of us, they go up. When we go to the side, they're going to go to the side. When we go to the back, our arms go out in front of us, right? This kind of counterbalances. Now make sure we're not tilting forward, right? Because that's kind of hard to bring our leg in and out as quickly as we need to. So make sure we're still standing on our leg, right? Which is important when it's easier, it should be easier when we're engaging that core, yeah? And so remembering we're going back and then side with arm side. So, and then when we finished that, we did turn out. We took maybe a second to set up, right? And then we did some dégagés, right? So remembering that with dégagé, our foot comes up the ground just a little bit, right? Just an inch at most, an inch, maybe 2 inches at most, actually. Yeah, that's about 2 inches. So about 2 inches off the ground, remembering to point our feet, right? And I want you to actually listen really quickly because you can hear how much my foot is brushing on that ground. So, right? The goal is that we want to be able to feel the floor. We want to be able to feel our feet as they go on that floor, right? That's how we really get the muscles in our feet to get strong. So what we did last week was we had our hands on our hips for the dégagés. Can you guess what we're going to do this time? We're going to add some more arms. So we are going to go, we're going to use our arms in the second position, right? And so when we start our dégagés, we start on the right leg, right? And we are going to go with the arms. We're going to go, reminder, we're going 8 on the right, 8 dégagés on the right, 8 dégagés on the left. Then we're going to do 4 on the right, 4 on the left, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, another set of 2, so 2 more on the right, 2 more on the left, and then we're going to do 1 right, 1 left, 1 right, 1 left, and then that's going to be, one right, 1 left, 1 right, 1 left, 1 right, 1 left, 1 right, 1 left. So 8 total of just singles. And so what that's going to look like with arms is we're going to have both of our arms out, and whichever leg is moving, the arm is going to follow with the same amount of counts as your leg is moving. So if we're doing 8 dégagés, that means we have 8 counts to move our arms, right? So that would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So by the time my leg stops moving, on the right side, my right arm needs to be back in the second position here. So same thing on the left. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when we get to the 2s, it gets a little complicated. So we're going to keep the arms out in second for the 2s and the 1s because it gets really, really fast, right? So for here, for the 2s, we're going to go on the right. 1, 2, then left, 2. Now we're at the 1s. We just keep them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. We're going to take a couple of pliés, right? Maybe a couple of roll through the shoulders because I know my arms started to get a little tired after being up so long, right? But that's a good sign because that means we're strengthening those muscles. We're engaging muscles, right? And then we'll take a couple of pliés. After we take the final plié, releve up, right? Maybe lift our arms up. Maybe close our eyes. Oop, maybe not. And then we will plie and finish, right? So let's try that with some music really quickly. And then we will move on to our next piece of activity, yeah? Let me, All right, let's get set up so that we can do that warm-up combination with some music. Yep. All right. Here we go. Let's have our hands on our hips to start off. 5, 6, 7, 8, plie. And plie. And straighten. Plie. With those heels. Rise up. Lower down. Time on the right. Lower the heel. Flex those toes. And down. Time 2. And close the middle. Up, down. We turn out. To plie. And stretch. And plie. And stretch. Plie. With those heels. Rise up. Lower down on the right. Time 2. Lower down. Lift those toes. And time 2. Close. Little. Turn back to parallel. Plie. 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 Heels up. Straight. And down on the left. And lift the toes. Time 2. Toes. Up, down. Turn out. Plie. Plie. Make sure to hold those cords. Yes, plie. And lift up. Turn down on the left.
So long, forbidden in the city, running fast through time, like Tubman and John Henry, but the time was wrong. Illegal aliens moan. It's such a pity that the city's just a danger zone. That's how it works. Bombing hawks like our Rockies in Babylon. In the control will take your soul and raided from greatest slave. Mutated and debated, but you don't get caught. An out, running the law.
Left side on the left. Going forward. Left side. Back. Jump. You're going to time you. Forward. Remember my arms. To the side. Behind us. Side. Left side on the front. Side. Back. Side. Alright, let's plie and turn out for a second. Arms to the side. We're going to start with our baby chains. 5, 6, 7, 8 with the arm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, left, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, just 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, plie. We're going to rise up. Let's bring those arms over our head. And back up a little bit. Maybe close those eyes for a second. Alright. Let's lower those heels down. One last plie. And we're done with our warm-up. So now that we're done our warm-up, we're going to move into some conditioning. It's going to be very similar to last week, where we're just going to, y'all are just going to follow me, right? So go ahead and get set up on the ground, and we're going to hop into some new conditioning stuff. Okay, so before we actually get started with music on this, I want to kind of explain what we're going to do, because it's going to be hard for me to talk and try to actually do these things, right? So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up in our plank position, right? We kind of did a plank last week, right? So plank position, which is basically push-up position, right? So remembering that we want to be as horizontal, right, or as straight as possible, right? Understanding that, you know, our body has curves, right? So this is going to be my plank position, right? From here, we're going to do a few bringing our knee in and stepping back. Bringing our knee in and stepping back. And so when I say bringing our knee in, I mean I'm bringing my right knee in, sort of like it's going towards my left arm. My left knee in to my right arm. Yep. We're going to do a few of those. I'll tell you when to stop. And then after that, we're going to do, we're going to go into our forearms and do, these are your forearms, by the way. So you're going to put your arm on the ground. And then I like to clasp my hands. Some people like to keep them flat on the ground like that. But I'm going to clasp my hands. And then I'm going to stretch my legs up. And we're just going to do a little heel to the, or hip to the ground. Bounces. Cool. From there, we're going to turn over onto our backs, and we're going to do some sit-ups and stuff, and y'all can follow along for that. Cool? So let's go ahead and get set up, right? And turn some music on. Right. Finding our plank position, our push-up position. And we're going to hold that for a second.
Don't know if you got a girl. Don't you never spit, but I'm looking for my words.
Alright, we're going to start with our right and back and our left. Right? Last one. Let's pause, my hands are open. Let's go and set up with our forearms on the ground. Alright, we're going to do this at a slower pace. So it's going to be 2, 4, 5. So we're going to go right and up, and left and up, okay? Let's set up. 3, 5, 6, 7, and right, and up, left. Right? One more. Alright, let's go. Let's do a little powerful breathing. And then we're going to roll onto our back. Legs out in front of us. Just follow for some sit-ups. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put our right leg, our left toes. Right leg up. Back on those toes. Down. Both sides. And up. On the toes. On the ground. Alright, relax back. And I feel burning those abs, yes. Let's bring our knees and bring them up like that. Maybe a couple of roll ups, kind of slow. 5, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. And back. And up. And back. Pull up one more time. We're going to sit back, right? We're going to do some twists. We go right, left. Keep breathing. Relax. Go back. Whew. Let's roll onto our tummies. I'm going to turn the pre-show. So, we're on our bellies. Let's push up. So we get a nice stretch in our abdominals, right on the front there. Still remembering to breathe.
Did you see the news last night?
Let's go back into a child's pose.
Oh, oh, oh. Does it even matter why? Or is it all for nothing?
From here, we're going to walk our hands in a little bit and tuck our toes. And we're going to go into a downward dog.
When you made your creation, is this what you wanted? Oh, is this what you
Still
wanted?
remembering to breathe. Let's walk our feet into our hands.
Never know.
Just hang here for a second. Let's bend our knees.
Maybe we'll find
Let's take a really small ball. Let your heels lift up off the ground.
when we die. When we die.
Bring our legs up.
When we
Let's take our left leg back and we're going to lunge on our right leg. Let's drop our left knee on the ground. And we're going to do this kind of runner's pose. I like to flex whatever foot's in front. Right? And I'm sitting back here. Not quite back. Just still up a little bit. And using my hands to help us move. Flex, flex, flex. You should feel it in the back of your right leg. Okay? I'm just going to turn back to face you from here. Let's put our right leg back. And then lift up our left knee off the ground. And bring our arms, if we can, down. If you can't go all the way down, just bring your arms, your elbows a little bit, right? Drop that knee, that left knee on the ground, and we're going to pull it in underneath us so that we're sitting in this position, right? So my left knee is underneath me, my right leg's on top, and we're going to twist. We're taking our left arm against our right leg, and just twist gently around. Remember to breathe. We did this last week, just taking your right leg behind you, left leg is bent in front of you, and then we're going to lean back on our elbows. You should feel this in the front of your quads. Okay, let's untwist ourselves. We're going to go into a lunge on our left leg. Let me make sure my computer did. There we go. Alright, so we're going into a lunge on our left leg. Left leg is bent up, right? And our right leg is behind us. From here, drop your right knee on the ground. I'm going to go into that runner's position. So remembering that we are, turn around, you can see me, right? My butt isn't touching my heel here. I'm a little bit up and I'm flexing into my left leg. You should feel this in your hamstrings. You're in the back of your left leg. Alright. Returning back to face you. Bending my knee. Back on my left knee up. And then from here, we can do a little bend in the arms here. Or if you can't do this, right, just bending a little bit with the elbows. Drop that knee. Try to get some music back for us. From here, we're going to bend our right knee in. So our right knee is bent underneath us with our left leg on top, right? And we're going to take our right arm in front of our left knee. And we're going to twist. Remember to breathe.
Did you see the news last night? Shot another one down.
Let's untwist our torso, and we're going to take our left leg and bring it behind us, right? And we're going to stretch back. You can either stay here with your arms just kind of bent like that, or you can go all the way on the floor. You can feel this again at the front of your leg.
Is this what you wanted?
Let's untwist ourselves. Let's do a little inner leg stretch really quickly, right? So I just have my feet together, and I'm thinking of pushing my knees to the ground. And I don't have my feet super close to me, but they're a little bit away from my body. And then over. So I'm making sure here that I'm not arching my back like that. I'm just thinking of going like flat over, right? Like a flat back, like that flat back in our combination. So remembering to breathe. Alright, let's come up and let's bring our feet out in front of us. And then the same thing, we're not going to don't go around your back to go over, but we're going to think about going up and lifting over, right? So up and lifting over. And I'm grabbing my feet and pulling them towards me too.
Is this what you wanted? Rather watch the world burn down from a penthouse cloud. We'll talk, but if this is what you want, I'll fight till the smoke feels
let's go back into that downward dog position, right? So
down and the clouds turn black and the sky turns white. Days turn night, it's a war outside.
We're gonna walk our feet in.
It's a war outside. Maybe we'll find.
I'm gonna adjust my camera, and we're gonna finish up with just again, put it down, pull closer a little bit. Other way. Let's do a head roll. One more. Other direction. Alright. And that's going to be our warm up for today. So we've done our warm up with our tendus and our plies and our chasses, right? And then we just did some conditioning work, right? So remembering that when we learn the choreography in a second, remember to keep that core engaged, right? We did all those sit-ups and push-ups so that we can be nice and engaged, especially during the floor work, right? When things get kind of fast, engaging our core helps us to be able to move quicker and more efficiently. So let's go ahead, maybe take a second to grab some water, and then let's get ready to hop into learning some choreo. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and learn the rest of this choreography. So really quickly, we just got up off the floor, right? After we jumped up, when we were facing the back, we rolled backwards. We spoked our legs, both of our legs up into the air. We came back up, we did our inversion, right? And it took us back to the front. So from here, we're gonna step out. We're gonna go into a second position, another second position, and plie. So what that looks like is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you can notice here, I'm stepping out, I'm starting on my left leg, and it's gonna go like so, my left leg, and then my right leg follows after that. And while the legs are going, my arm is sweeping across my chest, like so. So I'm actually kind of brushing, like I can physically feel my, like my clavicle and my shoulder blades here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm also turning my head to look at my hand, my right hand. So from here, I'm going to shift my weight into my right leg, and my right arm is going to scoop up and over, and I'm going to push all of my weight onto my right leg and extend it. So what that looks like is here, and we're going to go up and over, and my left leg is pointing here. From here, I'm going to step my left leg behind me, and my upper body is going to keep that same circle that's going. So see, I'm curving over in front of me. I'm going to take my right leg, step in front, and then from here, I unravel my body and I step forward. This position is facing the right corner, and I'm going to have my left foot nice and flexed, right? Sort of like when we did all of that stuff in our plie/tendu exercise, right? We're just going to keep our foot there. We're not going to go through it right now. So, and then my right arm is up. Sort of like I have to ask a question in class. I like to make sure that it's a pretty good angle here, so we're not here and we're not like here. Think about like a square almost. You see, it kind of matches that TV there. Okay, so we're here in this position, and then our fingertips and our head are going to drop on, we're here by 8, by the way. This is 8. And then we're going to drop our fingertips and our head, and we're going to do a little roll through our spine. So what that looks like is 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, you can kind of see I'm pushing my, I'm leaning towards the back, and I'm going to let that momentum take me. And I'm going to step back on my left, and I'm going to step back on my right and open up. And from here, this is my prep for a turn. So I'm turning to my right with my right arm above my head like this. And I'm turning to my right. My right heel is going to be kind of lifted off the ground, but not really. It's not a full releve. It's just a little something there. So we've stepped back after we were here. We rolled. We stepped left. We step right, and then we're gonna turn to our right, which we're stepping back on 5, 6, and then we're gonna turn for like 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn, 7, 8. My left leg during that turn is in a coupe, which is a ballet turn, but we use it a lot in modern dance too sometimes. And basically, the inside of my left ankle is going to connect to the back of my right leg. Excuse me. So inside of my left ankle is connecting to the back of my right leg. Like, this is how it looks from the back. So this is my left leg that's bent right now, and it's connecting to the back of my right leg. And my toe is pointed. So from here, we just turned 7, 8. From here, we're gonna step on the left leg, and we're gonna jump. So we're stepping on 1, and we're gonna jump on 2. That looks like this. We step 1, jump 2. When we jump up, our arms are kind of helping us to scoop up and give us some more momentum so that we can actually make some air time there. And also, when we jump, our right leg is going into a very similar position to that coupe that we did during the turn, right? So it's here with the leg. So that means our right leg, the inside of our right leg, is connecting to the back of our left leg. And we're jumping on 1, or we're stepping on 1, jumping on 2. From here, we're gonna throw that right leg behind us, and we're gonna do like a big run, backwards run step, a big backwards run step. So it kind of feels more like a jump, but what it looks like, we're gonna do 2. We're gonna do 1 on the right and then 1 on the left. What that looks like kind of fast is we turn 7, 8, we step 1, jump 2, 3, 4. And then from there, we're gonna go, actually, so one more time with those jumps, just for some clarity. I'm jumping, because I'm jumping on my left leg, we're gonna throw the right leg back. We're gonna go right, and then my left leg kind of comes in, because it knows it's about to jump back too. And then we throw our left leg back. Cool. So we jump on 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually don't bring our right leg back. We just, when we jump back on our left, we're gonna catch ourselves on our left, and we're gonna keep our right leg extended in front of us with a pointed toe. Cool. So I think this is a good place for us to pause. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of that section that we just started on. Cool. So what we're gonna do is, let's start from this thing, 1, 2. So after we get up off the ground, right, we did our spoke, we did our little inversion, which we're gonna do some more of today. So I'm excited for that. What we're gonna do is we roll up 5, 6, 7, 8. We start with our left foot, remember? And our right arm is gonna swoop open. So 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, over 5, 6, 7. Here on 8, we drop the head and the fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going kind of fast. It's hard to do this slow because it all kind of flows together. A fair warning, it's a little bit quick during these first couple of steps. But again, I think that we will have no problems with some practice. So let's start again from the beginning, and I'll try to remember to kind of hold back a little. So we go 5, 6, 7, 8, we go left, right, 3, 4, we go up and over, 6, we go 7, here on 8, we drop down 1, 2, 3, 4, we go back, 6, 7, 8, we jump 1, up, 2, back, 3, 4, and then I did mention my arms are doing this kind of running thing. Most of the arms are functional in this. And then we end with our right foot pointed out in front of us, yeah? So, I want to make sure my computer's not frozen. So, from here, we're going to go, we're going to do what's called the fouette, which is another ballet term, but it literally just means to whip. So if you know, like, when you're making a cake and you want to make some frosting, right, you use a whip to whip up some heavy cream maybe and some butter and some sugar, either to make a whipped cream or like a buttercream frosting, right? And the motion of your wrist when you're using the whisk is this like circular movement, and you want it to be kind of hard, right? So that you can actually put enough air into your ingredients to make a light frosting or whipped cream or whatever. So you're gonna think about making that motion, that one whip motion with your body. So let me do it fast or at the regular tempo that it's gonna be at, and then I'll break it down so that we can look more at the mechanics of it. So from here we're facing this left side. We've got our right leg out in front of us and our toe is pointed, right? So from here we're gonna step and whip. So one more time, that looks like right leg in front of us pointed, goes step and whip. Cool. So the mechanics of this, we're gonna put our weight onto our right leg, and as we put our weight onto our right leg, our left leg is gonna scoop underneath us, and then we're gonna flip our hips, and I'm flipping to the right. So that also means going towards the front, right? So again, that is, I'm standing on my right leg, or sitting on my left leg with my right leg extended and pointed in front of me. I put my weight onto my right leg, I scoop my left leg up, and then from here, I'm gonna flip my hips, right? Right now I'm just showing it to you without the jump, but there is a jump. If you can't get the jump right now, just do it as a little like half turn like I just showed you. So again, without the jump, that looks like this. We're gonna step onto the right leg, scoop our left leg up, and then we're gonna flip our hips to the other side. With the jump, that is going to look like this. So we put our weight onto our right leg, and we flip. So don't worry about sticking in this position here. We're gonna move right out of it anyway. So we get here, and we're going to step and flip with the jump. Also, my arms are coming from underneath me. They're scooping underneath me. And then when I turn, my right leg, or my right arm, comes in front of my face, and my left arm comes to the side. This is a really classic move in ballet, but I'm borrowing it for this modern or contemporary combination. Cool. So let's start back at this little drop with the head and the fingers. So we go, we're here on 8. So we go 5, 6, 7. We're here on 8. We drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 7, 8. We jump 1, up, 2, back, 3, 4. From here, we're gonna step, jump, turn, and then from here, when we land here, my left leg is gonna go down. We're gonna put our weight on our left leg, and we're gonna swoop our right leg around us on the floor, and our arms are just they're gonna throw to the right. So what that looks like is from here, we jump around, we land it, put our left leg down on the ground, we scoop our right leg, we swoop our right leg and throw our arms to the right, whoop, like that. We're gonna do the same thing on the left, whoop, and then from here we're gonna do a little ball change. So we did right, we did left. From here, you can see I don't have my weight on my left foot here, but we're gonna transfer it to my left foot. So we're gonna step onto it, and 1, so that's left, right, and when I go onto my into that catch step, my right knee is gonna bend. So we throw, and we throw. We do our catch step, left, right, and then from here we're gonna go onto the floor. I think we should do all of that from the finger drop. So we get here on 8, I believe. So 5, 6, 7. We're here on 8 with that left foot flexed in our hand, like we're asking a question. So 8, and we drop the head and the fingers to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We step back left. We step on the right. We turn 7, 8. We step 1, up, 2, back 3, back 4. We step, we flip, and then we throw and throw. And those throws go to the right, to the left, right? Cool. So we've just done our throw. We did our little catch step, left, right. Remember to put our weight on that right leg and bend that knee really good because we're about to go to the floor. This is really similar to the first roll to the floor that we did in the first piece of the combo that I taught last week, right? So we remember when we came from here, we did our little tuck and we tucked our right leg in. So we're gonna do a turn to the left, like turning in on our left foot. Let me be clear about that. So we're here, right? We've got our right leg bent in front of us in this lunge. We're gonna turn our body to the right, and I'm gonna reach my left hand to the ground. My left leg, right, we're gonna remember, tuck those toes underneath us, right? And I didn't mention it yet last class, but I do full hands on the ground so that we don't injure our hands, because that's the most stable position for us, right? So I'm here, I'm reaching for the ground with my left hand, right? I'm tucking my toes underneath on my left foot, and I'm tucking my left leg underneath me. You see me making that little ball that I talked about with head-tail connection. From here, I unravel, and then we're gonna do a little up and over with the right leg. So what that looks like is from here, right, I have my right leg bent underneath me, and then my left leg is bent on top of that. I'm putting both of my hands on the floor again, and I'm gonna sweep my leg up and over to roll me up. So one more time. We're in this lunge position, right? Our right leg is bent in front of us. We're making sure we're bending as much as we can so we get closer to the ground. We're turning our upper body to face towards the left, right, to face the back wall. My left hand is reaching to the ground. I tuck my toes, and then I tuck my leg in, keeping my head-tail connection. I unravel my feet. I put both of my hands on the ground, and then my right leg comes up and over, and I just put my foot down and roll my body up. Cool? So, let me do that. Let's do that one more time, actually. So, here, we're gonna go a little bit faster so that you can see the actual speed, because it's faster than how I just showed it to you. So we're here, reach your hand, tuck those toes, roll on our bottom, and then right leg over, and we're up here. Cool. So when we get up from here, we're gonna go into a step that's similar to this step here, but we're gonna do them moving backwards. So what that looks like is we're gonna step back starting on our right foot. We're gonna go right, left, right, left, right, left. And as you can see, I'm transferring my weight between my 2 feet. So I'm stepping right, transfer onto the back leg, forward, and then I do the same thing on the left. Left, go back, and then forward. So, and that's also a little bit quicker than I just showed it to you. So that looks more like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. So from here, I'm gonna turn around, which is kind of similar to how it was when we faced the back, except my left side is gonna be the one to scoop up. So I started back with that backward step with a 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. From here, I step on my right foot, right? And then I bring my left foot in and I scoop up with my left hand, right? And then we're gonna do a little rolling to bring us up. And then that's gonna be where we're gonna pause for the rest of the day. So, again, from after we get up from the roll, so we get up from the roll and we're here, like after our leg goes up and over, roll up here, we start on our right leg going backwards. We step, I'm saying we're going backwards, but really it's stepping more diagonally. 1, so our right leg steps back diagonally, our left foot comes behind us to transfer back, and then we step forward on the right. We do that again on the left side. We step back, we bring our right leg behind it, put our weight on it, and then transfer back onto our right. And then from here, we step onto our right, we scoop and bring our left side above us, and then we're gonna scoop and roll, and we do a little hop after that. So let me do it for you fast so that you can kind of see what it looks like more sped up. So it goes, we just got up at 7, 8, we go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So that's a really big whoosh. It's sort of like if you watch any like Marvel movies or anything, whenever they get hit by like some like force, some power, right? They kind of have this like scooping back moment, right? So that's sort of like the similar feeling for that. So again, that looks like we're going back on the right, then to the left, we scoop, we roll around, and then from here, I drop my weight and I plie before I use my arms and my legs to kind of push me back in that jump. So you, right? I usually take a step back afterwards, and feel free to do that so that you can catch yourself. Either leg, that's fine. So, I think that we should do this all together a couple of times with music, and then, yeah, we can do this a couple of times with music and then be done for the day. All right, so we're gonna do this one last time. This time I'm not gonna count during it, right? Remembering that we're trying to pick up on some of these musical cues. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. How'd it go? So, as you can see, it's kind of fast, right? It takes you really knowing the choreography so that you don't have to think about what's next, right? So keep practicing it and trying to remember what step comes next, right? I went through the counts pretty well. So if you have any questions, take note of them, and I will be around to answer them on Thursday on the live Zoom session. Cool. Whew, I'm out of breath. It's kind of hard, but it's fun. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you all on Thursday. All right, have a